on birds. Mike, Joe, Chris, Small, and Sizzle. Real sports talk, y'all. Get the blow in your whistle. Real sports talk, y'all. Get the blow in your whistle. Real sports talk, y'all. Get the blow in your whistle. Real sports talk, y'all. Get the blow in your whistle. Mike's hair dynamite. Joe might start a fight. Ain't a problem Chris can't fix. Sizzle's the shit. Maul bench the whole rack. Sports talk and stats till the day that we die. Fly Eagles fly, win, lose, tie, draw. Pass the bros the ball. Forget what you heard, we in the house with the bros on birds. Get the blow in your whistle. Real sports talk, y'all. Get the blow in your whistle. Real sports talk, y'all. They got it. We in miles with the bros on birds. Let's go. Get the blow in your whistle. Real sports talk, y'all. Get the blow in your whistle.
Bros fans, we're back. Playoff bound after a game last week. We're almost all here. We're missing Chris. I think he's stuck in Salt Lake City. He went to go find the home of the Mormon missile and never made it back.
Yeah.
But Sizzle's here. Hello, sir.
Playoffs, man. Let's go. It all starts on Sunday, 4:30, man. Cannot wait. Let's go.
Joseph?
Black Monday.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, it's a good one this year, I think.
Actually, we hadn't even carried over to Tuesday.
Yeah.
Jamal, what's going on, sir?
I feel great. I had the tiger, ready to pounce. Playoffs.
Rhythmic ball play.
Okay. All right. I mean, that's good, I guess.
Sounds like Millie's ready to bounce, too.
Yeah, it's a little hectic up there. A little hectic. They're very excited about the game.
Yeah, they are.
But real quick, just to get through the normal stuff, reach out to us on brosonbirdspod@gmail.com, Instagram brosonbirdspod, TikTok brosonbirdspodcast. Like I said, we're doing really well on TikTok. We're trying to get to 2,000. Where are we at right now?
We're at 15, I'll tell you right now. 1545.
1545. I mean, that's still a movement since last week. So, yeah, if we can hit that 2,000 that year, it'd be awesome. And thank you guys for doing that. No emails this week, so we're not going to read them. But if anybody sends us anything, of course, we'll always read it. Tailgate this week, back at N8 in Jetro Lot. The Hungry Dogs tailgate will be there. I think actually almost all of us will be going to this one. So it's a playoff game. Everybody's showing up. With that, we did have a game last week, guys. I don't know if anybody saw it on Sunday.
Yeah, I watched it.
Final score 24-17. Washington scored 0-10, 0 and 14. We scored 0-7, 10 and 0. We had a couple drives that ended in the red zone that we could have scored on if it wasn't for some penalties and some random other things. The big, I guess, hubbub or talking points that came out of this game is, everybody having hindsight and seeing that Chicago lost. Why didn't we start the starters? I want to go around the room here and see if everybody still feels the same way that we felt last week, because I know I said rest them.
I also said rest them. And I said if there's a problem, at least play the starters in the first half. We saw one of the starters in the first half because he had to get his 1,000 yards. I wonder if Saquon was upset about that this year over that.
I want to talk about that, but we'll go everybody else first, then we'll talk about that.
Okay. So I didn't have a problem with them not playing everybody, but the play calling. And why are you resting Tank Bigsby in the fourth quarter? He was balling. You keep giving him that ball, maybe we win, and maybe we're the second seed. The play calling, man. And for all of you Tannerites out there, come back to reality. QB1 for life. Haters.
Rhythmic ball play.
Him too.
Joe?
I said to play him because there was something to play for, if you remember. But I'm not torn up about the decision of them not playing the starters, with the couple exceptions. Jordan Davis played, more than a handful of snaps and some guys on defense. But Yeah, it is what it is. The team, every year they've made the playoffs, I think they've done this. The exception, I think, of the first year that the Eagles made the playoffs under Sirianni because the last week had some impact whether or not they were going to get in. But yeah, it doesn't tear me up that they didn't do it. So it would have been nice to have the 2 seed, and hopefully when Seattle loses this weekend, we would have had home field. The Super Bowl go through Philly. But like Sizzle just said, Tanner McKee, he can look just like Jalen Hurts when the play calls and the route tree and the
offensive line, and he's just running for his life.
Yeah, passing wise, just not good. I watched some of the stuff this week about the people breaking down the passing game, and I have not looked at that over the last few weeks. I think I kind of ignored it a little bit. This week I wanted to look at it, and yeah, there's some stuff that's kind of crazy. Like I think there was one in particular when it was like 3rd and 10. He had 3 of the receivers within 5 yards of each other.
Yeah, they were all bunched
like
up with each other.
And,
it was kind of crazy.
And that happened a lot during the game. And that is play design. Has nothing to do with the players. All 3 of those guys weren't running to the wrong spots. It was play design. They're designed to be there, and that's really not good. And Tanner McKee, we're not going to get like a 2nd-round pick or anything for him, I think.
No, I think this hurt it.
It did. Yeah, it really did.
So let me ask you guys, were they showcasing him for that draft pick that you were just talking about?
Let's go to Jamal and see what his thoughts were on the sitting and not sitting.
So, I mean, I think I expressed and fairly passionately last week that I thought it was disgusting they'd be sitting these guys. If you have an opportunity to go for the 2, I mean, this is football. Like, you need to be out there and you need to be working hard to be in the best position to have home field advantage, because all the stats will tell you home field advantage typically brings you farther in the playoffs. Home teams tend to win more, usually because they're better teams, but they just tend to win more. That being said, after they lost, I wasn't as upset about it as I thought I would be, mainly because the Niners, they're kind of like a limping dog as compared to what they could be, and I was a little nervous about playing Green Bay again, but like I said, the Commanders are an NFL team, and it felt like not only did we play the starters, not only did we not play the starters, but then we played games with them like they were a JV team, and we ended up looking stupid for it. I just don't like that. It kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. But I'm not as upset about it as I thought I would be because of the opponent we ended up with.
Oh,
Good point.
I look at it the other way of that. Yeah, we played an NFL team, and we played 2nd and 3rd string players, and we lost by a touchdown. And we lost by a touchdown because 2 players specifically gave up 150 yards in penalties. Actually, one of them gave up like 80% of that. Like, if it wasn't for Keely Ringo and Michael Carter not knowing how to defend somebody, they probably wouldn't have scored twice.
Right.
Like,
very, very
I agree. The offensive play calling was shitty, and like to just disappear on the run game in the 3rd and 4th quarter was kind of mind blowing. But if I hung it more on the defense, that's the reason we lost that game.
Yeah, Ross Tucker had a good observation during the game, and he said, the Eagles were playing a lot of their backup guys who haven't gotten on the field very much, if at all, during the season. Keely Ringo's played some, but most of those guys out there just didn't even have a shot. And you look at some of them, like particularly that, what's his face, Latu? What's his first name?
Vatu? I don't know.
Like Cam Latu or something?
Yeah, something. The guy is, you look at the guy, he is a brick shithouse. But the reason why these guys don't get on the field was on full display during this game. Keely Ringo turning his back to the quarterback when he's that close to the goal line where Johnson, what's his name?
Josh Johnson?
The quarterback played for them. Josh Johnson.
Josh Johnson.
He just kind of walked in. As soon as he turned around, Johnson just said, all right, I'm just going to walk in. It's the lack of awareness and very poor football IQ.
Joe, where was he running to?
To the back corner to try to cover somebody was back there.
He watched the one wide receiver come across who was covered, and he just decided to run with them. And it's like, what are you doing? And like that is the part that's just like, this is. And to think, him and Carter were the 2 that we were expecting to start.
Yeah. Like you see, there are a lot of guys out there that look the part. You know, who's that defensive tackle that we have? The Vanilla Gorilla, that guy? The guy looks like he can bench press a fucking school bus, but just completely lost.
Yeah.
They don't understand the game. They don't have the instincts to play the game at this level.
Yeah.
And it was on full display.
The guys that have seen time during the year played really well.
Yeah.
So Jalix Hunt played well. Trot played well. Who else? Ojomo, he's seen a lot of time, but who else am I missing there? Sidney Brown actually played okay. Still just a crash test dummy.
100%.
But so yeah, I mean, maybe it's also a plus that we got to get some of these guys time just in case they do need to come in the future.
No, let's hope not. Let's hope
let's
we're
hope not.
hoping on Keely Ringo coming in because one of our, Dory Jackson or Quignon goes down for a series or a half a game or something.
But that's all it's going to take, right?
Yeah.
Is one of them going down, and that would bring in. It's
One of
bringing
them
him in.
guys.
It's
Yeah.
I don't know who, but it's bringing one of them in.
I mean, with Sidney Brown, it's like he's at least going to fucking hit somebody.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I
he
mean?
might be our own player, but he's
Right.
going to hit someone.
He's going to hit somebody, and these other guys, they just don't. They just don't have it. I mean,
Well, you
Keely
know whose
Ringo,
name-
these guys are like special teamers.
Whose name hasn't come
Go
up
ahead.
yet, and I'm kind of shocked. Jacorian Bennett. Jesus Christ. He fucking sucks.
Well, he's lumped in with everybody else.
Yeah, I'm just blown
Same
away
thing.
by how bad he sucked. Like, I just assumed that Adoree was better, like a little better, so that's why he ended up starting after Ja'Cory came back from the injury. But he fucking sucks.
When
He's
you
a
see him
lot
hugging
better than
everybody. Like hugging and literally just running into them. Like how many times did Ross Tucker say, yeah, it's a penalty? He just clearly runs right into him. And it was like, holy shit, they stopped because they're doing their cut and he just can't.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was really bad.
He's on roller skates.
Yeah. But back to Paul's question, do you think they were just trying to put a display of the Mormon Missiles arm talent out there? 40-some passes.
40 pass.
That's where I was going, Mike. That's for
40 even. It was 40 even.
again for what?
To put a showcase together for that guy to see what you can get for him, in the offseason. That's exactly what this was. It's like, let's have him out there, let's have him throw the ball, and let's see how well he does and see what we can get for him. When we try to flip him for, I mean, would they draft him with 5th round pick?
Yeah, he's up there.
I thought he was a 6th
Fifth or
round.
sixth. He's up there.
Okay, so they're looking to flip that to a 3 or a 4. I don't think that's in the cards right now, though.
It's either that, Joe, or they were just saying, "Look, Jalen, this
Sixth
is
round
what
one.
happened. This is what it should look like." Jalen.
That's what a lot of people were saying.
think they-
That
I
the
don't
Tim
think they
Floyer
even-
hatters were out
I
there.
don't think that.
Like, look, if you
I
can
think a
throw
lot
the
of
ball
people
like
were
this guy.
walking in the. Yeah, if there were people walking in the stadium thinking that, like before the game started. Yeah,
Yes,
we're
they
gonna see
were.
Tanner McKee.
Yes,
They're-
they
he's
were.
gonna
Oh,
carve
I
these
agree. There
guys up.
absolutely were people thinking that.
Some of the people watching us right now were thinking that too.
Yeah.
How do y'all feel now?
Tanner McKee. I mean, but also Tanner McKee playing with the seconds and the thirds isn't going to look. Jalen Hurts would look just as bad.
I mean,
He
he
would.
didn't look much. He looked kind of like not much better than Jalen Hurts with the seconds, and it was
But
kind of
there
like the
was-
same kind of thing.
He had some dumb, just dumb IQ fuck ups. Like
The
the end of the
interception.
game, like you need to put that ball in the middle of the field somewhere, not in the fucking sideline, because then the game's just completely over,
Yeah.
right? Like that was the big one.
That sequence at the end of the game was just like
Horrible.
Yeah, like what's
Horrible.
going on?
I've never seen that happen where a defense basically gives you the middle of the field and you make no progress in 4 plays. Like they went nowhere. Like
Nowhere.
nowhere at all.
That and the interception, like they were just like bad decisions that he made. And then a couple of the throws he made were bad that could have been caught. The one, I don't even know the receiver's name, that was on the left side of the field. It was earlier in the game, I think second or third quarter. Like it could have been a catch, but he just missed him. He was wide fucking open. Yeah, there was a bunch.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to
But
go
back
on.
to the Saquon thing. Good.
I was gonna say I don't want to
Go
go on a
ahead, go
tirade, and I'll make it quick. But it honestly feels like, man, there's a lot of ungrateful Eagles fans out here. Like sometimes hearing this radio and seeing what we've gotten in these last 2-3 years, it's crazy to hear the way announcers, fans, all types of people talk about, like, this season was fucking good. Like, we're in the top tier of teams. You would think we won 5 fucking games. Like, it's a little disgusting. It's disheartening.
You know, how it comes off to me. It comes off to me like there are a lot of people who became Eagles fans in 2017.
Yeah.
You know, and they weren't here for the times before that, and they probably haven't watched the NFL since like the 90s when teams would get blown out. Teams got blown out in the 90s. And they don't now. You know, there's a lot more parity in the league, and that's how it's designed. You know, they want the games to come down to one score at the end so the other team has a chance. That's what the league is pretty much designed to do. And it feels like there's just a lot of people who are kind of new, you know, that follow this team, especially in this town. Because there wasn't as much excitement around the Eagles in, I don't know, like the second year Chip Kelly was here. You know, it's like the diehards. Like us, we were into it. But, you know, it feels like a lot of people just weren't around. They don't see that. Like they're not, they don't really remember how it feels when the team actually was bad versus now.
Yeah, I mean, look, all of our children, I'm pretty positive, except for maybe Joe's, have not seen a losing Eagles team.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, losing as far as, like, you know, not being somewhat successful. I don't mean Super Bowl wins all the time, but not what we went through.
So my oldest is 25, and I'll just tell you a little story. When he was, like, 12, it was when the Phillies were in their, like, legendary, like, run of a lifetime. Like, it was, like, 08, 09, 10. Like, they're going to the World Series every year. They won a World Series. They're, like, they go and get another pitcher. They have these 5 guys who are aces. Like, best time in the history of the Phillies. And they lost the World Series to the Yankees. And I remember I was driving them to, like, you know, basketball practice or something. And he was like, you know, the Phillies, well, next year, and, you know, they're always going to be, basically came down to, no, son, the Phillies are not historically a good franchise. They're bad most of the time. And he just didn't understand me saying that because he'd never seen it. He thought that this was just how good the team's always been.
It's normal, yeah.
And right. And I had to tell him, like, no, dude. This. And then a couple years later, he saw it and was like, whoa. You know, we have a bad baseball team, and summer isn't as fun as it was last year. You know, but it you know, you're going to have ups and downs.
I mean, I think it's some of that. It's also, I just think we're on the cusp of something amazing in this city. And people can taste that dynasty that we've been thirsting for all our lives, all my life, especially for football. And go ahead.
Like, and I was going to say this a few weeks ago, and I was going to say it after we won the Super Bowl. But, like, my father never got a chance to see the Eagles win one. And we should be thankful for what we have right now.
Right? We've seen 2 in how many years? What was it, 4 years, 5 years?
We've seen them get to 3. You know, They lost 1. And, you know, there's a lot of people that followed this team forever. A lot of those guys that were in the 700 level, you know, at Vet Stadium and, you know, kind of paved the way for the culture we have around the team today. It's like our fathers basically paved the way. They were down there tailgating in the 70s and the 80s and the 90s. A lot of those guys are gone, and they didn't get to see any of this. And honestly, that's why we're here right now. You know, so just appreciate everything that we have. And I think, like there's a lot of fans out there that don't. You know, so to me, it might be a cop-out, but it's like, if they don't win the Super Bowl this year, it's not the end of the world for me.
No.
I ain't going there. I ain't going there.
No, I'm being real. I'm being real right now.
I get it.
No,
I
get what Joe's saying. It's going to be on the radio. If we don't make it to the Super Bowl, it's going to be.
They're going to want to fire the coach and get rid of everybody.
They're going to want to fire the owner. They're going to want that guy from Saudi Arabia. The guy from Saudi Arabia needs to come in and buy the team. Like, you know, all that shit. Like, that's what we're going to have to deal with.
The Eagles will be playing a game in Riyadh next year during Riyadh season or something.
like that's the part for me that's mind blowing. Is if we like the true like make or break for this team the last 7 years has been if we don't make the Super Bowl, it's a bust. I mean, I think maybe this year it is a legit option to say, look, if we don't make the Super Bowl, we kind of squandered what we have because we're running out of money space. You know, we're going to have, like we said before, we're going to have to flip the money we're spending over to the defensive side of the ball and off the offense, which means our offense is going to be gone. But I don't, you know, it's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
Well, I mean, if I can give an alternate,
I do want him to win.
Yeah, no, I want him to fucking win. But like, real quick, obviously, everybody who knows me knows what's up. For a long time, I was born and raised in this area, but I followed a traditionally losing team, and I was unwilling and really unable to switch until the Eagles looked like they very much were not going to be good anymore. They came off an extremely horrible season, and I believe the year that I was finally able to free myself from the chains of that horrible decision I made as a child, they maybe had just drafted Jalen, but there were no real hopes that they were going to go anywhere, and there were a couple of bad seasons. And, like, it just almost seems amazing that they were able to get back to the Super Bowl and then back again and win it, and it's just mind-blowing to me. I'm, like, super grateful, and it's so hard for me to see even how the bandwagoners who joined right after the Super Bowl win couldn't, like, appreciate the fact that somehow this team came back from the ashes. I mean, that shit was wrecked. Alshon talking shit. You had the fucking diva quarterback. Like, everything fell to pieces. And they put that shit back together, and look where we're at. It's just, I don't know, man. People don't know what it's like to follow a team who doesn't win for 20 fucking years. Like, I don't know how they don't. I don't know how they forgot.
We were prior to 17, we were a laughing stock.
Yeah, 20 fucking years.
We were the Detroit Lions or Cleveland Browns or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, forever. It was like we were a joke.
Yes, we were.
Like, look at these idiot fans out here. That team's never going to win anything. You know, that was kind of what the league thought about us.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
But we're here now, though.
We're here.
We're here now.
To go back to this Saquon thing, the Saquon and Smitty thing, I think they're two complete different scenarios. And maybe Saquon got in his feelings, but Smitty going for 45 yards is literally one play. That could happen in one play.
Did you see that catch, though?
Yeah, that catch was ridiculous.
I mean, I was holding my breath.
But one play that, for the most part, could and should be safe, right, or mild, compared to needing 120 yards where you touch the ball, and every time you touch the ball, somebody is touching you.
The message is confusing, just like the play calling.
I would assume
that's all I'm saying.
I would assume there is also a bonus check.
Obviously.
That comes with that 1,000 yards, and there probably wasn't any financial besides the external financials that came with getting the title.
But are we resting for the playoffs, or are we going for bonuses? Like, which is it?
Well, when you have two all-star receivers who barely get the fucking ball,
Smitty was going for his bonus.
You got to give them 1,000-yard seasons, though. Like,
Don't
they
you
already
kinda
got to
owe
deal
it
with
to
Jalen.
him?
I thought it was the right
Play
thing
them
to
all. Then play them all in the first half.
I thought it was the right thing to do. You know what I mean? Because now AJ and Smitty can be like, we both had. They don't look bad.
How many teams? I'd like to know, and probably I'll look it up after. But how many teams have 2,000-yard receivers? For as bad as our passing game allegedly is.
I know it's almost unheard of that.
Yeah,
It's
we have
crazy.
two guys that have 1,000.
It doesn't even seem like Saquon got over 1,000, and he got over 1,000. And I don't know, this team, it's all over the place, man.
You got 3,300 fucking offensive yards between our three stars, and we're like, this fucking team sucks.
Yes,
I don't know,
did.
they do.
Yeah.
And I think Jalen threw for the most yards or most touchdowns in his career, maybe.
He did.
Like,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, we are. We need to start looking at ourselves.
Yo, Dallas
in the mirror.
Dallas Goddard had a
The
record for
Chiefs-
touchdowns this year.
Touchdowns.
Yeah.
The Chiefs, the Ravens, the Bengals, the Chargers, and us.
So, like, we're in good company because those were all, well, not Kansas
Yeah.
City. They had a really bad year. But, yeah,
Wow,
like
they had
other playoff
2,000.
teams. We're like a top five, baby. Like,
Yep.
there's like 24, 23 other teams that don't have that. So, and we allegedly have a bad offense, which our offense is very inconsistent, you know, and it's probably because of the offensive coordinator. The more and more I think about it.
Thank
I'm
you.
letting Jalen off the
I'm
hook a
with
little
you.
bit.
Yeah, as well you should.
Was it that game? Was it the game that helped you feel that way?
I'm trying to.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that was it. I mean, it was like I was back and forth all year. Like in the beginning of the year, I was like, it's the offensive coordinator, and then we had that stretch that was really bad, and I'm like, man, this shit's inexcusable.
Right.
You know, Jalen Hurts is limited, and you know he's what's holding us back. And then it kind of started going back the other way, and then this game kind of did it. It's like Hurts isn't in, but the same kind of shit is going on.
Same thing. Same 3rd and 1. Let's go in the shotgun, empty backfield type stuff. Like what?
Right.
Come on, man. Frustrating. But we turn the page.
Playoffs.
Yes, we do. Playoffs. But before we get there, let's talk about some trade compensation with Jamal.
Oh, man. So this article's from Bleeding Green Nation. It's fairly short, so I'll go over it real quick. Eagles trade compensation for Bryce Huff and Hassan Reddick, now official. The Eagles' 2026 NFL draft picks are starting to be revealed as trade conditions are not met. The Eagles are still hoping to make on-field decisions for the next few weeks, but as 2025 NFL season winds down, the front office and league in general are turning their attention to the NFL draft. The regular season is over, and some of the trade terms are being finalized for deals done the past 2 years. When the Eagles traded Bryce Huff to San Francisco, the deal included a 5th-round pick in the 2026 NFL draft with a condition that the pick turn into a 4th-rounder if the pass rusher recorded 8 sacks in the 2025 season. He only had 4. The team also learned that the draft pick they received from the Jets for Hassan Reddick in 2024 will officially be a 3rd-rounder. I love it. I absolutely love it. Yeah. Let's see. How you guys feel about that shit? You think we're gonna be able to flip them into something good?
We got a 5 and we got a 5
And
and
a
a
3rd
4.
rounder.
Is that what we end up getting?
Yeah,
A 5th-rounder and a high.
that's a good haul.
Yeah.
It's funny. Like I almost forgot about this. Like, and then I saw the story pop up, and I was like, "Oh, cool!" You know, like we get to finally figure out because I think we talked about this in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, we did.
What we were actually going to get for Bryce Huff and Reddick and everything else, and now we know a 3, 4, and a 5 for 2 guys. One of them made absolutely no impact when he was here, and the other guy was going to leave because he was going to test free agency. And,
Well, and it also looks like there's a good chance he might be playing against them.
I was just about
Which
to
is
say, guess
crazy.
he's coming back to town on Sunday.
And he might be actually playing because he hasn't really been playing.
Right.
So he
You-
might
you-
have to. So we'll see. I mean, but look,
Well, I think the best part about it is that we have 8 picks now, all in the first 5 rounds. And I mean, who knows what they'll do with that? I mean, Howie might make some magic.
yeah, they can use.
That's crazy. Yeah.
we got to get a cornerback. I know that.
Howie
Yeah,
season.
say so.
No, I think they just re-signed Adoree Jackson.
I'm
really-
not saying to replace Adoree, but to replace whoever gets hurt. We need
Like for some depth. You know what I
Yeah,
would do
we
with these
need
8
depth.
picks? I would probably package them up and move up in the first round and try to get.
The best offensive lineman.
Yeah, I like the tackle.
Like
from
Lane's
Utah, but
replacement.
He's going to go like in the top 5. I don't think you can do that, but I think you can move up to get probably the 2nd best or 3rd best offensive tackle in the draft if you move up. That would be what I would try to do if I was Howie. Try to get a really, really good offensive tackle who's going to replace Lane Johnson. Because with Mailata on the left and Lane Johnson, or basically another good player on the right, you're set for the next 10 years, I think. So, how old is Mailata?
Oh, he's not that old.
28?
Good question.
It's like 26 or something like that. 25.
not old at all.
Is 28 years old.
28.
Oh, wow. Young.
So,
With only how many years playing on his belt? What's he?
this is his
Yeah.
5th year maybe playing football.
Yep.
First year he
joined-
didn't play very much
He
at all.
joined in 2018.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I feel like
He's
he
been
didn't play
at
much for the
7
first
years
2 years, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, he didn't
really
play much.
about that either.
Yeah.
All right, Paul, tell us about some firings that happened.
Oh,
Black
let's-
Monday struck.
And did it ever, man? Let's talk about it. Old familiar names are out there. Our old buddy Jonathan Gannon, fired by the Arizona Cardinals from Bleeding Green Nation. Former Philadelphia Eagles defensive coordinator, went 15-36 in Arizona with injuries and nonstop losses, and this team decided to move on from him from the first-time coach. Gannon is expected to garner some interest out there in the league, but probably not a head coaching opportunity anymore. Probably he'll go back to defense, which is his strength, as he was with us. Now, let me tell you guys something, man. Today was a shocker. Today was I know to me it was, but let's go through the other list of notable coaches that were fired on Black Monday. We have Pete Carroll. He gone.
I was kind of surprised by that one.
Yeah, I was too until I started looking at what Raiders fans were saying. They're not surprised by it, so I think it was kind of expected on their end.
Okay. I like this name, y'all. Kevin Stefanski.
You like that he was fired?
I think he can replace Kevin Patullo
Yeah, so do I.
next year. That's what I'm hoping.
I mean, he made a lot of bad decisions in what's the name?
I think it was the GM. Because they both got fired, by the way. Okay, they both lost their job.
Okay.
GM got
And
cut
I
too.
think a lot of that was being told. He was being told to do what he did.
Let's talk about the game where Shador came in for the first time and brought them back, and they were winning the game. And then for the last play,
They took him out. They took him out. Yeah.
That was the GM. That wasn't the coach.
I don't know. Would you be
followed-
surprised?
I have followed that situation all year. And
Talk to me.
from draft day, there has been an incredible amount of tension from Stefanski and the general manager.
I don't doubt that.
Shador Sanders was pretty much forced on the team. This is what I think. The owner said draft him, so they drafted him. And when the time came to make a decision on who to play, he went with the other guy. And I think
He went with all the other guys.
I mean, there was nobody left.
Joe Flacco started.
Flacco was going to be the starter. Everybody kind of knew that.
Right, which made sense.
Right. But like when it came time to play the other, what's the kid's name? He
Ruben
got hurt.
Gabriel is his name.
Gabriel.
Yeah.
I think he was told to play Sanders. And
I
he
think
was
so,
like,
too.
no, I'm playing Gabriel, and I'm the coach, and that's who's going to play. And because, I mean, the fan base out there, like this Shador Sanders jersey is like their number one selling jersey, the whole thing. They're in a little bit of a pickle.
They are.
But yeah, there was a lot of tension between the coach. I'm not surprised they let him go because of kind of you could tell he was frustrated. You could tell he was frustrated by that move.
But let me ask you guys. So we all feel that the Eagles are going to possibly go back to the bowl. How do you get rid of your OC? Unless he gets another job. Maybe KP goes to the Giants or somewhere else.
That's not going to happen. He's looked at like he's a moron around the league.
I would hope
He's
so.
a moron.
But let me continue with Black Monday. Raheem Morris from the Atlanta Falcons.
About
Gone.
time.
Johnny Morton, the offensive coordinator, he gone because, as you remember, Dan Campbell took over play calling midway through the season. The Dallas Cowboys got rid of their defensive coordinator. I think that happened today.
Sucks.
That
was
happened today.
Eberflus,
Yeah,
right?
he sucked.
Eberflus, he's gone.
Okay, was it Eberflus or was it the talent that they have? Because I feel like
it's both.
it's
Definitely both.
Well, it didn't start. I mean, it
didn't
bad
start this
omen.
year.
Well, it did start this year when they got rid of
wrecked
Parsons.
Chicago last year.
No. They were a shitty defense last year. They weren't a good defense last year.
Yeah, but
They
started
wasn't
looking
this
a little
bad.
Better.
They wasn't
started
this
looking a little
bad.
better with the trade guy, the guy they got from the Parsons trade. They started to look decent.
They did.
But
It's
you,
their secondary sucks, and then they go and they fire fucking what the hell's his name because he asked if he could just stay because for the holidays.
Yeah, that whole thing.
yeah,
Like that debacle.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Trayvon.
Diggs, like what is that? Is that story legit?
Well, that whole family, they got a lot going on in that family, man.
But the story was they played on Christmas Day, right? Or they played on Christmas, and he just said, "Hey, can I stay?" instead of flying back with the team, and they said no. And he said, "I'm just gonna land and get on a plane and fly right back here." Like, I understand where he's coming from. Like, this makes no sense. This is stupid.
Yeah.
And supposedly that was the final straw.
Yeah.
They probably did that and took that stance with him because this isn't probably the first time there's some shit like that. That's when you.
I can imagine.
He went off on a fan the week before that.
Yeah, this was definitely a fuck you, Adam, and he had to eat shit and do that.
Yeah.
And they were like, if you don't do it, this is one way we can get rid of you. Because if shit like that happens, they don't have to pay you when they let you go. You know what I mean?
Point. I didn't think about it that way.
And
he
the
didn't follow
biggest
the rules, they were able to cut him.
Yeah, the biggest coaching loss, in my opinion. I like Harbaugh. I have a heart, like a little spot in my heart. He was our special teams coach back in the day. 18 years, man.
It was time.
Long time.
You squandered a multiple-time MVP.
You think they're done? You think that's the end of their window?
No.
I'm trying to think about what you just said, Mike. And
it's like Andy. It's like Andy Reid here. It just wasn't going to get it done.
So he is a defensive coach, defensive-minded coach. Okay, they brought in a lot of different people to help Lamar. I wonder if they're having the same conversation in Baltimore that we're having here in Philly about our quarterback. Like, can he just not? Well, actually, they can't be having that conversation because he's the Super Bowl MVP. #1. But he could just never get over the hump, and he's always injured.
Yeah.
That's a tough call, man.
Just FYI, Ravens fans are talking about that. It's
okay.
Like, what is it with this guy? What do we have to do to keep him healthy? Is he going to get over the hump?
You know what's funny, guys? I think the winner of that game saved their coach. Because I think people in Pittsburgh are ready for Mike Tomlin to go as well.
They're still ready for him to go. They're in Pittsburgh. They're ready. They're ready to turn the page and just shake things up a little bit there.
That's another one that needs to do it. Like,
yeah.
Look, when was the last time he won a Super Bowl? Ben Roethlisberger?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, forever ago.
Ben Roethlisberger hasn't been in the league in 10 years.
Right.
Like,
it's been a long time.
It's been a really long time. Like, it's time, man. I appreciate that the not the Moras or whoever the hell they are super, like, faithful to their coaches. I think that's awesome. But, like, now, come on. Like, you're kind of like, hey, sir, let's give you a different position inside the office somewhere.
So in Baltimore, they decided to go with the quarterback and let the coach go. So it'll be really, really interesting. Man, a lot of moving and shaking this offseason. It's going to be interesting. That's what I got.
Yo, wait. You think Aaron Glenn's going to survive? Like, it's over, the firings, right?
Oh, yeah. He's got to survive this year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to get more than 1 year.
Gotcha.
Well, they're not 100% over, right? Like, we're going to have to deal with the playoff teams that lose and who they fire.
Well, true.
Because we're going to see that, right? We're definitely going to see
there might be a couple playoff teams that there's people in Tampa that think that Todd Bowles going to get fired too.
Well,
interesting.
And didn't somebody say that they think what's his name's going to get fired from Washington? The offensive Kingsbury?
They fired both of them.
Did.
He did get fired.
They got rid of him.
He did get let go.
Yeah.
Joe Witt and Kingsbury.
Yep.
They're both gone.
They did get rid of him. Wow.
I don't know, man.
I mean, that team collapsed. That team collapsed in on itself this year. You knew someone's head had to roll.
But that team did exactly what we said it was going to do. We said they're going to start to get film on the quarterback. He was a rookie. That's why he looked so great. Not that he's not good, because I do think he's good. He came out, he played, they started not to do as great, and then he got hurt, and they were done.
Yeah, the injury bug bit him.
Yeah, and they tried to patch that team with old players. They didn't bring in slightly young players. They brought in fucking
Bobby Wagner,
Debo and Bobby Wagner. Like
Bobby Wagner, who was out there. This is how bad it is in Washington. Bobby Wagner is a legend in the league, and he was out there playing against like third string guys who were never he was out there playing backups in the last week of the year. Probably the first time in his career he's ever been in that situation.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably not happy that he went there. Went there chasing a ring probably for the last time, and that's, you know, his last game in Washington is going to be against guys who are going to be driving trucks next year.
Yeah, wait, and so with Gannon gone, they're also talking about getting rid of Kyler Murray too, right?
Kyler, yes. No, they're
Wait a
done
year.
with him. I think that
So
I think they're gonna get rid. I think they're gonna do like a Carson Wentz type of deal. They're gonna have to bite that money. They're done with him.
You're talking a whole new team.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That dude sucks. Like, he just seems like the shittiest dude. He just isn't interested in football.
Kyler Murray.
He just wants to play like
Remember
Fortnite.
the Call of Duty, the Call of Duty shit, and he was like staying up too late playing Call of Duty.
Yeah, I remember
You're
that.
like, what? Well, look, we're gonna have. I mean, we're gonna see a lot of the old coaches disappear now. We already saw the turn of the teams that are on top. This is the end of what's his name, Kansas City. Like, Andy might retire.
He should.
If he's smart, he would, right?
You think he?
What can he do to
won't
better
be-
his
I don't
legacy?
think I
It'll
don't.
be-
Listen, as long as Mahomes is still alive,
Mahomes? Goddamn, that Mahomes.
I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. And why would he?
Yeah, I don't know, because then it could just get really sour though. Like, he could, like, the same thing he did in Philly. Like, his legacy in Philly like ended so bad because he just refused to fucking just realize it's not working.
Well, Kelsey is considering retiring as well. I mean,
He's
they're
done.
done.
He's not coming back.
Well,
next year.
We killed the dynasty.
Maybe he'll promote his defensive or offensive line coach to defensive coordinator like he did here.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Remember that
Juan
move?
Castillo?
That was the end right there. That was the
Fucking
end.
Juan. Or do I
You
have
wanted that guy to
backwards?
get a job
Juan-
as a head coach.
Juan was defensive. He was D line, right? Or he was a defensive.
And they made him the
coach.
But he was an
Coordinator?
offensive coach. Yeah. That's what it
Yeah,
was.
he worked on the defense, but they made him an offensive coordinator.
Have you ever tried
Because
offense,
you know
bro?
he game planned. He game planned all the time. Against
Wait,
offense.
no.
He helped
You're
with the
talking
game
about
plan.
Juan Castillo?
Yeah, what was
Juan Castillo.
Juan?
So
yeah.
he was the offensive line coach and went to defense.
Yes.
And they made him the
Yeah.
defensive
Yes.
coordinator.
Yes. Yes.
Because
yes.
he replaced Jim
Yeah,
Johnson. Did
Andy
he
was
replace
trying
him?
to hook him up. I think so.
Yeah, it was a
Did he
horrible
replace
deal.
who?
Jim
Johnson?
Johnson.
It won Jim Johnson
No, Jim
because
Johnson was with the-
McDermott was there. McDermott was
Okay,
after
okay,
Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's it.
And that's
McDermott
who they
got
replaced.
A
Yep.
job.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's who they-
And
that's who
he
he
was like,
replaced.
"I'm going to give you this Cadillac defense,
Yes.
and then you're going to get a head coaching job next year."
Yes.
And
So-
that didn't work.
Juan
He
Castillo
crashed that motherfucker.
was the 1995 to 96. He was offensive assistant. 97, the tight ends coach. 98 to 2010, offensive line coach.
Yep.
And 2011 through
There it is.
2012,
Yep.
the defensive coordinator.
Crazy move.
He stayed in the league because then he went to Baltimore as the run game coordinator, then the
Did he?
offensive line coach.
Okay.
Yep. Then he went to the Bills for 2 years as offensive line coach, run coordinator. Went to Michigan, 19. Went to the Bears in 2020 as the O-line coach. Went to the Commanders in 22 and 23 as tight
Okay.
ends coach and run game coordinator.
Yeah, he's
It's almost
he's
like he was
probably
good
a
at
good
something.
coach at what he knows. Right.
Why
Well,
did
that'd
that
be the
never
equivalent-
happen?
Well, he was back then the modern day today.
Coaching
Stoutland.
coach.
No, Stoutland. Like he was a legit O-line coach. Like
Yeah.
And Paul was correct that he replaced McDermott when they
yep.
fired him.
There you go. Awesome.
Paul,
Yeah.
what Andy Reid did to that guy would be like if UPS came
Yeah.
in and said, "You drive those trucks? Well, now
Yeah.
now you're fixing them."
Listen, exactly.
understand how they
Joe,
work.
Joe, you're so right. You're so right.
You drive them all the time.
because that's what he said. I will never forget Andy's press conference. That's when I knew he was way out of here. He said, "Well, if anybody knows defense, it's Juan because he's all in the mix. He knows everything about the defensive
He's got to
end."
develop offensive line schemes to block
The
the
defense,
defense.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, jeez.
And we're all looking at him like, "Are you nuts?"
That was like, this is insane.
Yeah, it was. So, like Joe was talking about earlier, we've been through some stuff, y'all.
Yeah, that was crazy. Like,
Yeah,
our
that-
coach with a straight face did that and looked
Yes,
at us
he
like
did.
we were crazy.
Exactly.
Like, yeah, like we were stupid for being like, what? All right, Joe,
Never
tell
coached
us
that
about.
side of the ball.
Wait, way too early, Joe, but tell us about schedule for next year.
Okay, so the Philadelphia Eagles 2026 schedule of opponents. Not their schedule, but their schedule of opponents. And this comes via Bleeding Green Nation. Here are the 14 teams the Eagles will play next year. At home, they're going to play the Rams, the Seahawks, the Texans, Indianapolis Colts, the Carolina Panthers, and Pittsburgh Steelers, in addition to the divisional opponents they typically play at home.
That's a little tough.
Yeah. And now their away schedule.
Now, this is what's interesting.
Yeah, they're going out to Arizona. They're
Win.
going down to Jacksonville.
Win.
They're going to Tennessee.
That's the one I want to go to. I think
Yeah,
we do a
I was gonna
bird.
say,
I think we do a bros on birds road
To
trip.
Tennessee.
Yes.
Yes.
Done.
Mark it on the calendar.
All right, it's
Done.
done.
Go ahead.
Jamal, you
Win.
got to be good for like the next year.
Yeah.
Yo, they'll be a year older. I might be able to get this shit off.
You better start sucking on Jeff's toes now.
All right, so we are all in agreement. Let's try to
I'm
make
ready.
that happen, man.
Make the shit up. I just use the terms that are given to me.
So Tennessee,
Titans. Yep.
then they go to San Francisco.
Win.
Then they're in Chicago.
Win.
I don't know why they have the Cowboys on here. They always play the Cowboys, Commanders,
And
Falcons away.
yeah.
Because they're away games.
Yeah.
So we're not losing on the road next year is what I just heard.
Really?
But the Titans is a lock. We're going to that game.
I would love. I've never been to Tennessee,
After
so I want to
Chris
try
went
it out.
Just went that one year, and he sent us the picture of how they were all on the riverboat going into the game. I was like, we need to do this.
Yeah.
This needs to happen.
I really want to.
All right.
Yeah, we need to get a picture of Chris puking over the side of that riverboat on the way to the game.
We're going to that game. We're gonna, as soon as we get the schedule, we're marking it down. We'll either travel with some group or we'll just do it on our own. We'll figure it out.
That's how I like it.
Maybe we'll go with a group just to get the tailgates in.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Fans of Fitty.
That sounds like a great time.
Yeah. We're doing it.
I'm anti-fans of Philly, though. It's real
Why?
expensive. Because it's expensive.
No.
It's way
Well, yeah.
unnecessary.
Well, but they take
Wait.
care of everything.
Yeah, you're
They
getting
take care of what?
You're getting a free tailgate the night before the game.
It's not
and
free.
on
You're
the day
paying
of the
for
game.
it.
But you know, it's included in the price.
Freaking Joe.
It's like $2,000 more just for their tailgates.
Did they already announce them?
I'm sure they have. It's probably $5
No.
or something.
No.
Let's
no,
see. Eagles road trips
no.
and travel packages.
Next year. No way.
Stay tuned for road trips for possible playoffs. And they don't have any.
Nothing for next year.
Nothing.
Well, I guess they got to get dates before they start blocking off hotel rooms and
Yeah,
flights.
exactly.
And stuff,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but we could check them out or one of the other ones. Who's the other ones? Green Legion, fans of Philly, and there's
Oh, yeah.
like a
Yep,
Philly
Green
sports
Legion.
trips.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll figure something out. All right. I think that's all of our news. We don't have a Zamboner minute because Chris isn't here. We asked him to record one from, Mormon Land,
airport.
but he didn't want to do it for us. We have a playoff game this week, first of hopefully many this year. San Fran comes off an ass whooping last week, just pitiful performance. They played the Seahawks. The final score was 13-3. Seahawks, they scored 0 points. The San Francisco 49ers scored 0 points in the first, 3 in the second, and 0 the rest of the game. Brock Purdy was 19 for 27, 127 yards, 1 interception. He was sacked 3 times for a loss of 70, had a QBR of 22.8 and a rating of 64.9. On the other side, Sam Darnold, 20 for 26, 198 yards, 2 sacks for 17 yards, QBR of 3.9, and a rating of 97.9. So not really a good game from either team, honestly. Christian McCaffrey, who is their team, 8 carries for 23 yards. Brock Purdy carried twice for 21. Brian Robinson, 2 for 9. Receiving-wise, Jawan Jennings, 4 for 35 on 6 targets. McCaffrey, 6 receptions on 7 targets for 34. Kittle, 5 for 7 on 29. And that just goes downhill from there. Tons of defensive struggles and injuries. They don't have their starting wide receiver. What the hell is his name? I can't think of his name.
Who are you talking about? Pearsall?
Yeah, Pearsall. Yeah, it looks like he's actually going to be out again this week. They're going to see if he can go. They said they're going to see tomorrow if he's going to be able to go this weekend. So it sounds more likely that he's not going to play. Their defense is pretty much garbage all year long.
especially down the stretch. They were bad.
Yep. They have no starting linebackers in. As of right now, none of their starting linebackers are available to play. And I just heard that what the hell's his name? They're big Fred Warner. Fred Warner has been out, but then we just found out today that Fred Warner's replacement is now also out. Nick Bosa's not going to be. Nick Bosa's done. They're really, really, really hurt. And I think the biggest thing for us in this game, and I am super confident in this game, just like I felt with Buffalo and the Super Bowl last year, as long as we focus on shutting down Christian McCaffrey, they're done. And going back, one quick thing, going back and look at their old games, in the ones they've lost, McCaffrey's only had like 50 yards rushing or less.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You contain him, and you have a hell of a shot of winning this game. Now, offense, you guys, I don't know what we're going to get from our offense. I know their defense is banged up. Again, we don't have an identity. I know you can run the ball on this team.
The other teams can. Can we?
Yeah,
That's
right.
what I'm saying. Can we finally take advantage of the other team's weaknesses?
So I want to say this. Back to, yes, we played our seconds and our thirds, right? Tank Bigsby was picking up yardage with the second offensive line in. Clearly, in my opinion, he should be getting more carries right now than Saquon Barkley, because if he's able to do that with backups, he should be able to do it with the starters. And Saquon doesn't seem like he really can. Like, get him, maybe not more, but get him more involved, man. The guy just runs really fucking hard.
What's wrong with giving him 10 carries this game?
Nothing.
No, because they should really run the ball 35 times this game.
Yeah, it should be another
honestly
Jalen Hurts
look at
under
the team.
20.
And I think Jalen runs the ball a little bit more, too. I mean, I
has
think,
to.
you guys, if not now, when? I'm tired. What are we
It's
saving
now.
these?
It's now. I think we see Jalen run more.
It's now.
I'm hoping, and last year's first playoff game doesn't give me a whole lot of hope, but I'm hoping things just kind of click, man. I mean, Saquon is always looking for the home run, and that shit is a little frustrating. Like, when Bigsby's in there, he's running hard for whatever he can get, and it just feels like Saquon is.
He's running
still
for the
trying to
first
do-
down, not the.
He always needs more. Like, he can't just take what's there. And the line is not set up that way this year, where he can just get all types of shit. Like, you got to just go fucking forward, man.
I have a
Now,
homework
I
assignment
heard-
for you guys
Okay, go ahead.
before you go, Sizzle. Go back and watch just a couple of games Saquon Barkley carrying the ball. He leaves his feet before he gets to the offensive line. He does a little hop.
Yes.
And
Yes,
you
you're right.
see Tank Bigsby just goes forward. He
Runs,
keeps his feet
goes.
moving forward.
Yeah.
He doesn't hesitate when he gets to the line. When the
They're-
ball
they're-
gets into his stomach, he already pretty much decides where he's going to go. But you see a little hesitation at the line with number 26. It's kind of weird because I didn't pick up on it last year. It's like he's hesitating, looking for something else to open up that isn't going to open up. Whereas Bigsby just says, 3 yards, cool, I'm taking it. Boom.
Yep.
You know, and sometimes you need to have that. I mean, looking for the big play is valuable, and sometimes he can find something that isn't there and run for 10, 15 yards or whatever. We've seen that this year a little bit too. Not as much as we did last year, but Bigsby takes what's there. And I think Saquon will sometimes see 3 yards, but think he can get 7 or 8 somewhere else, and that's where the hesitation comes in. But
You
it's
guys-
very, very glaring this year watching him run the ball.
It's not that hard. We are making things so difficult on offense when it doesn't have to be. Other teams take advantage of other teams' weaknesses, and for whatever reason, we just want to go out there and just do whatever we want to do. And that's not how you play ball. You take advantage of the weaknesses of the other team. Now, injury-wise, you just went through the injuries of the other team.
Well, here's some more real quick. I just pulled up another updated list. So
Okay.
confirmed status updates: Tatum Beth on their linebacker suffered a groin tear. Bosa is on IR. Brandon Ayuk placed in reserve. We knew that.
Gone.
Michael Williams is placed on IR. Players being monitored day to day. D. Winters, a linebacker, has an ankle injury. That's the guy who's Woodsane's backup.
Okay.
Luke Gifford has a quad injury. Keon White, D-line, has a hamstring injury. Jair Brown, safety, rib injury listed day-to-day. And Khalil Davis, D-line, knee tendonitis day-to-day. Other injuries to note: Brock Purdy sustained a stinger in his left shoulder, but felt good afterwards, was able to return afterwards, but still, we don't know. And Kittle missed practice time this week with an ankle injury in the previous weeks, and he's currently questionable for the wild card.
Wow.
So,
He's
like,
going to play.
Oh,
I
he's
do
playing.
too. There's no way he doesn't, right? Because he's got to be towards his end of his career.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and the last thing to add before we go into our injuries, the middle of their field is destroyed. This is the time for us to run the ball or get Goddard and, well, not Calcaterra because he got killed on Sunday.
Yeah.
To get them involved, man. Like that, that it screams for that, because then if we get that run and we fuck up the middle, they drop the safeties back, and then we should be able to throw the ball downfield along the sidelines, which Jalen and Kevin Petula like to do. It's pretty easy, but not easy, but the mindset should be pretty easy. This is what we need to do.
The middle of the field.
Yeah. For us, injuries, we're actually really, really healthy, with the exception of we still have Lane Johnson and Nakobe Dean. The coach, Sirianni, didn't want to say anything about either one of them. He did his normal, I don't talk to you, I don't tell you anything.
Yeah.
But then Vic Fangio came out today and said he expects Nakobe Dean to play, which is huge.
Huge.
For McCaffrey for run stopping.
Yeah.
I feel so comfortable with him
Yes.
in the middle of the field in our defense. I like Campbell, but I'm telling you, man, when Dean is healthy, I just feel a sense of calm.
Every time he's played this year, he's made an impact. His first game back, he made an impact. His first game back, I think, turned the defense around, as far as we said, and kept
100%.
on, and he's made an impact every game. I think we said it after he got hurt in the first Commanders game, that the injury probably wasn't as bad as it was. I think they just were very precautious with him and were like, "Nah, dude, we're gonna shut you down for 2 weeks. We really don't need you, right?" Like, I mean, not we don't need you, but we could have lost the last 2 games and we were still in the playoffs.
Right. Exactly.
So I think they shut him down on purpose. He comes back. The other one, Lane Johnson, I don't know what's going on. He was reported to be coming back 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Now all of a sudden he hasn't gone yet. They're waiting until tomorrow to see if he can go. But I'm at the point, like, keep Fred in. Like, Lane wasn't playing well.
Nah, we need Lane. Listen, I agree with you, and it has been weird that he was supposed to come back a couple weeks ago. They're saying he's being seen at practice. He's not really doing anything. I don't know if that's just because he's the veteran or whatever, but it's been 5 weeks, 6 weeks. They didn't put him on the IR.
But is that code? Not code, but is that a way to preserve a veteran's, not an ego, but to not make him look bad to the public, because they're thinking that, like, no, Fred's playing better than you, so we want him to start. So let's just keep saying he's still not ready to go.
No, I think it's what you said about Nakobe Dean. They felt like they could get across the line without him, and they'd rather have him 100% for the playoffs.
But I mean, it's tomorrow's Wednesday, dude, and they're saying that's when they're going to check to see if he can go.
Well, tomorrow's a big practice day for most people, for most teams, if they play on Sunday. So hopefully we get a limited out of him. That would be nice. Something.
Liz Frank, those injuries suck.
That would be
Liz
lovely.
Frank injury, that's a horrible injury. I mean, it's just such a high probability of re-aggravating that. Well, it will be silly to put him in and have him practice.
It's like extremely hard to heal, correct?
Nah,
Was
it's
that
like a
Mike?
foot injury?
It's like extremely hard to heal that.
Yeah, it's the bone on your foot.
It's
Yeah.
across the top, right?
Yeah.
And all it takes is somebody to stomp on your foot. Like in
That's over.
football, that happens all the time. So
Yeah.
but we'll see. I mean, it'd be good if he was, Lane Johnson from last year, and we were all thinking around this time, like, don't retire. This guy has a lot left in the tank. He's one of the best right tackles in football, and he's 14 years into his run. Now,
Then as soon as we say that, he's been in and out of the lineup.
he's like Jason Peters, missing half the game and playing the first series, and then coming back in the third
Yeah,
quarter.
man, we
You know,
don't
that
want
kind
that.
of stuff. So
Yeah.
right, can't have
It's,
that because whoever's gonna replace him next year. It's almost like he's got to be gone before you replace him, because if he's doing this, the other guy's not going to develop.
They're not going to develop, exactly.
Absolutely right.
So, Jamal, what do you got for win-loss score?
This is a tough one. I do believe that we're going to win. Like I said, I was kind of happy with the matchup.
Rhythmic ball play.
I'm still a little shaky about the offense, but I think the defense is going to really show these guys what's going on. That being said, I give us 28 points, and I give them 17 because it's the playoffs. So I think they'll get a little more than they expected. I see us putting up a good 28, though. 2017 Birds.
Hello there.
Okay. All right.
Hello there.
Joe?
All right, here is the problem I'm having. Last week, I always say this, that the Eagles are going to lose 24-17. And they actually lost this week 24-17.
Yeah, they did.
So do I continue the bit, or do I tell you what I really think?
I think you continue the bit because it was acceptable that they lost 24-17 last week because that was
okay.
You had no clue what was going to happen in that game. It was backups.
Right. So the Eagles are going to lose 24-17.
Got to load that box. 24-17, Joe?
Yeah.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I got the Birds. I can't pick a
breakfast.
loss. I can't pick a loss. I just can't do a loss. Just can't do it. But you guys, I'm not confident. I still have memories of the freaking game in 2023 when they came in here and took our soul.
Come on, man. That was
listen.
different.
Listen.
They had. All right. Well, I got to give my rebuttals that they had weapons. They had wide receivers.
Weapons.
They had a tight end who's not 15,000 years old that wants to be a professional wrestler. They had a great defense.
Okay.
Like they're missing all of that. Go ahead.
Okay.
I don't want to change your score.
No, you're not going to change nothing.
10-6
Birds.
Whoa. Ooh. Jesus.
Ooh.
That's going to be the worst fucking watch
Sounds
ever.
like they're not able to run the ball or work the middle of the field.
Wow, that I was not expecting.
They're going to throw the ball 57 times. They're going to throw the ball 50.
So I will say this: it does fall in line with every one of our first-round playoff games.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
A struggle bus.
Yeah. We usually don't turn it on until the championship game, right? Think about it. Even going back to Doug, the first game against Atlanta, like that came down to
10-7.
Yeah, a block in the end zone.
Julio Jones dropping that ball.
To be honest, you guys, I just need to see something, man. Our offense, they owe us. I need to see something. The defense is going to be there, which is why they're only going to get 6 points, and they will bottle up Christian McCaffrey, just like they did Cook from Buffalo. The defense is going to show up.
I'm going to win 20.
Okay.
I would love that score. I
think we're going to destroy them. I don't necessarily think we're going to look great offensively, but we'll score 21 points.
I love it. I'll take it too.
I think as long as we shut McCaffrey down, which I think we can, I truly think we can. Like you said, Cooks the week before or 2 weeks before, we shut McCaffrey down. They ain't scoring because who's he throwing the ball to? And
Christian McCaffrey.
Exactly. If we can shut McCaffrey down, like the Bay is going to shut down their third stringer that's their starter right now. I mean, shit. Even what's name's going to shut down their other guy because he's been playing extremely well.
Dory Jackson's
been playing. Actually, I shouldn't say extremely well, but he's been playing good.
I want to see Coop lay a hit on McCaffrey
That's
behind
exactly.
the line
I
of
was just going to
scrimmage,
say that.
just
I
like
want
he
to
did against.
Yeah, I want to see him just hit him. I want to see him. What's Nikki Bella's fucking finishing move?
I don't know.
You can look, but you can't touch.
It's official. It's official. They are casually dating. It's official.
Oh wow!
I bet you it's casual.
Yeah, it's real casual.
Yeah. It's come out.
TMZ have that or something?
Somebody, I just got a. This is from Barstool Philly. Nikki Bella and Cooper DeJean casually dating. TMZ reports that Nikki Bella is
Now it's
going
true.
on dates with the Eagles cornerback.
Now it's true.
Since we're kind of done, where do you think a 23-year-old guy takes like a 42-year-old woman on a date?
His bedroom.
Anywhere he wants. Anywhere he wants to go.
Do you think they do the same kind of Zoomer shit, like escape rooms and shit like that? Isn't that what the kids do now when they go on dates?
Dude. Come on, let's be real. He's a 24-year-old kid. He asked his teammates, "What is the most expensive restaurant and/or bar in the city?" And that's
100%.
where he's taking her, and she's probably like, "This is fucking stupid," but he's like, "Look at this. This is amazing." He doesn't know what to order because he's 24 years old and he's never been in a situation like that.
Do they have chicken tendies and fries? She's just like, "Where's the hotel room again?"
Right.
Yeah, exactly. She's like, I'm only in town for 2 days. Like, I'm only in town for 2 days.
Are you done eating?
Let's get this going.
Good
All
for
right.
Coop. Good for Coop.
Good for Coop. Big win this week. Next, we can get to the next round. Go Birds.
Go Birds.
Go Birds,
Go
yo.
Birds.
Peace.
Shit.
Come to the tailgate. We'll see you.